Okay, one more where you lift it all the way up. It's almost there, it's almost there. Yes! He was a pretty typical boy. He was very witty and, I think he was pretty happy, very shy.
He had always wanted to be an inventor and had come up with a few little inventions. One of them that he looked at was called the Binky bottle, which was to take a pacifier and kind of have a piece of surgical tube going from a baby bottle into a pacifier and stuff like that.
I like to create things, build things, dig hobbit holes, anything big. Everything was always big, grand scale.
Tyler!
Woo! Right by your foot, right?
Well, we were driving up to Idaho to take a load of things to put in my parents' garage while we were going to be out of the country for a few years.
We were going up a hill, kind of. It was a slight hill, and the truck was struggling.
All of a sudden, I saw that we were drifting off the road. My dad jerked his head up and then saw that we were heading off the road, overcorrected, and the truck flipped.
Well, I was actually following behind the moving van, driving another car, and so I got to see the whole thing, and it was pretty frightening to me. It seemed like it was all in slow motion as I saw the van go off, the moving van go off the road and then flip over, and it was one of the scariest moments of my life.
I closed my eyes for it, and then I opened it up, and I could tell the eye was fine. Then I looked down.
I thought everybody was okay, and then Stephen looked down and said, "Oh, look at Jeffrey's arm," and I looked down and saw where his arm was almost severed, and it just really made me sad and sick, and I just felt so bad and didn't know what was going to happen at that point.
I was able to stop and jump out and run up to the truck, and I don't know that my heart beat until I was able to look in the front window of the moving truck, and I saw 3 pairs of eyes looking out at me, so I thought, okay, everyone's alive, and I'm happy about that. And then, of course, I saw Jeff's arm, and then I knew that it wasn't such a great thing.
It was all mangled and bloody and horrific, and then, yeah.
It's all just kind of a blur, all the ambulances and hospital stuff after that.
I was very worried that he would lose his arm.
I thought that they might have to amputate his arm.
I was really worried that he was going to lose his arm. That was my biggest concern looking at it. The amazing thing was, even with it almost completely off, he could still move his fingers a little, which gave me some hope.
On hearing that, the opinion of a lot of people was that he would lose his arm. Nobody had really seemed to think that he would die. Everyone had a good positive outlook and that he would definitely survive through it.
He flew down on the helicopter with my wife, and Stephen and I went down the next day and then spent the next week with him in the hospital.
And then it was just surgery after surgery, and skin grafts and blood transfusions. Very frightening when he had some reaction to some of the morphine that he was given.
He had some pretty strong narcotics to kill the pain, because skin grafts and some of his operations were very painful.
I knew that he had leeches, and that was kind of weird, but I didn't know about all the other surgeries and stuff.
At one point he was kind of coming off of those drugs, and it was really scary. I worried then that I worried then that he was going to die a lot more than I did from the accident.
He was a trooper. He was very grateful the whole time. I was very, very thankful for the people that were taking care of him. That was very humbling to me to see his reaction to it all. He was very, very thankful for the care that he was getting. I think that Jeff has become stronger and more mature, and there's been a bond, I think, that has come with. There was a lot of kind of nursing care that I got to give to him when he had his external fixator. We had to take care of that, and I guess you can't spend that much time taking care of someone's wounds without bonding even more. I know that my love for him has grown even more than I could imagine. I thought I loved him before. It's amazing now.
I think it's helped me to appreciate the good times when we have them, and to know that the difficult times we can struggle through and still come out on top.
He can pretty much do whatever he wants.
He can do basically anything most people can do. I don't really see him disabled.
Just because his arm is a little bent up, he still does more than a lot of kids that I know, and I think that he's really strong for getting through that.
I think that I've learned I have to rely on God and my family and other people to make it.